We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, it's the 272nd and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one to finish things off, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll go play action. Howell. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Steps away. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On the move to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down at 2. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake with Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Harris. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Anthony. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Up the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break off big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Play action. It's Howell. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They find some open field here. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike. and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On the stop was Aaron Donald. The Niners come in looking for win number 15 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
We're scoreless after one. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Anthony. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, 49ers. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Faking the handoff, Howell. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Howell going to audible to something else. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now they'll shift things around. Powell. His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Harris going to get it again on second down. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, 49ers. Damian Harris, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Howell out of his own end zone. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Howell 3rd and long from his end zone. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself as we just saw there.
Build that momentum.
3rd down and 13. Back to throw. Anthony. Fighting, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now they go play action with Howell. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. The give now to Abanikanda. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Howell. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy,
he's got a man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A.T. Perry as the first half is winding down. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what? Offensive lineman, when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, Anthony connects with Kittle underneath, pushing his way through, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Looking to throw, Anthony. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The slot man in motion right. On the give, this is Harris. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Damian Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners had 6 to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Abanikanda once again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Big yardage that time for Washington. 42 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a big play.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And from the gun, here's Abanikanda. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Throwing on first down. Anthony. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
They hand this off to Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Anthony. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Anthony. He'll buy some time right. And he will find his man Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll toss to Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
To throw on 2nd down, Anthony. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Cunningham now to return. Taking it about the 1. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Howell to throw. Going up top for Cup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give you a Banacanda on the option. Gets around him. Fighting through it. He's got space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll go again with a Banacanda. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And down inside the 15 he goes. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's a 2nd and 8. And Howell will throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Third down, here's a Banacanda. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 10th rushing touchdown on the year, number 13 overall. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Anthony flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Damian Harris punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Moody good with the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 107 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
First down, Washington.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And this is third down.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. On the ground, it's Abanikanda. Just a gain of 2 there that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Harris, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now here's another carry for Harris. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Anthony. His pass caught at the 4. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Wide open receiver complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Commanders 22. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Anthony. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Powell with one final shot. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National